Good morning, everyone. Welcome. We made it to Friday. Good morning, Melissa. Always in first. Good morning to you. Good morning. Let's see, who else do we have here today? I see you, Albert. Good morning to you. Renee in Reno or from Reno. Good to see you. Matt casually strolls in just in time. I love it. Karen, lovely to see you. Sly, love to see you as always. Lilia. And there's Lori. Good afternoon, Casey and Cody. How you doing? Adam, good morning. I better do a few more of these. It's also, of course, soccer season with the World Cup. So we'll give you a couple goals. We love it. I see you, John, Mr. Croc Cam in the house with his own graphic and lots of Crocs everywhere. And that's today, of course. MedPros, good morning. Steve, good morning. Chris Anderson of the Anderson Port. It is Friday. Thanks for the trophy. Good morning. Good to see you as well. We got a full house lining up today. I love it. Chandra, good morning. Oh, I love all my regulars who show up. I love the new folks as well. I love everybody. It's Friday. Why not? All right, let's take a look outside and talk about love. You're going to love the view outside this morning. I think I caught a really good photo. Check out the wispy clouds. It looks amazing out there. It looks, oh wait, is that even today? That's yesterday's photo. What the heck? All right, let's see how well I can multitask. Oh, there's no way I can multitask that much. That's going to be too hard. Wait, I got a really good photo though. Hang on a second. Let's do this. This is live TV. This is live internet TV. Sometimes you just got to go on the fly. All right, let's see if I can do this. All right. Oh, I did it. That's the photo this morning. I just didn't want y'all to miss out on that. Take a look at this in full view. That was an amazing sunrise. I got up a little bit early this morning and caught an amazing Friday sunrise coming up over the mountains and the clouds. That is a heck of a good shot, and that's why I fixed it real time. Alrighty then, welcome to Casual Friday. If this is your first Casual Friday, today's a little bit of a lighter show. I've got a couple things to talk about. None of it's overly pressing or huge, pressing news. Of course, we're going to have the Croc Cam a little later at the end, and John was able to get a video, which is great. See, my camera's a little bit off there. There we go. And so definitely a couple kinks in the system this morning, but other than that, we are going well. Alrighty, so we took a look outside. Let's jump into what's going on. And there's been a lot of hubbub, and I don't know if you guys have done it. How many of you live here and have a SIM card for Mexico and have successfully registered your number using your passport or using your residency? I'll let you guys think about it for a minute because, of course, you've heard about it. It's been all the news, and it's been a bit of a hubbub. You should do it, you shouldn't do it, and some people are saying you're taking my information. I can say we did it with AT&T. We went through it online. It wasn't too hard to do. I responded to one of their text messages after being very careful to make sure it wasn't a scam and did it. Yeah, definitely clunky, Matt. Oh, good to hear, Steve. So there have been some success stories. Well, let's talk about it for a minute. I also succeeded with it, but there was a couple stories that popped up, and they might be a little bit repetitive, but let me just jump through all of it because it's yep, definitely good to hear. Lilia also registered, didn't have any problem either with AT&T. With AT&T, I found that I had to do it 3 or 4 times. All right, so everybody's, yep. Oh, yep. Yeah, not with an American card. Yeah, that's always the thing down here. Man, I don't even know if I should cover this story. Everybody's already done it. But maybe some of the folks that catch us on replay have not succeeded. But it did pop up twice in the news. So let's go through these 2 stories. The second one's got a bit of a timeline on it, which maybe you guys won't be that interested in. But overall, the gist of it is that they adjusted the national calendar for cell phone users to link their numbers with the unique population registry code. The policy update, it just extends the timeline for active users to complete their verification directly with their respective service providers, which most of you have already done. And to date, federal documentation records do show that over 63 million lines have completed the registration sequence. That's wow. Indicating significant participation from consumers prior to the newly released extension dates. Yeah, same, 3 or 4 times. Same thing with AT&T. So under the updated regulatory framework, the government does not collect personal images or supplementary identification data, restricting the process strictly to connecting the username and the credential code to the active line. So I'm not sure if they're saying, hey, we're going to stop collecting your passports and your residency card pictures because people don't want to do that. It's a little bit confusing in the original story. So the layout is designed to simplify validation metrics while maintaining data protection standards. Federal authorities reiterated that the collection process is operated entirely by individual commercial carriers rather than state entities, allowing service infrastructure networks to process information locally without adding central infrastructure strain. So with that, there was a second story that came out early this morning, and this essentially the finalization of that timeline came out. Let me pop this up. I'll make it bigger in just a second. Don't you guys worry about that. So the staggered enforcement schedule now has begun or will begin on August 15th for lines ending in 0, progresses through late autumn for including in December 31st in 2026 for lines ending in 9. So I'll make this bigger for you in case you're someone who does need to get it. Oh, I see. Okay, so we tried getting the text, but didn't person AT&T. Yeah, I was able to do it through their text, luckily. I thought I was going to have to go in as well, but on my fourth try, it finally worked. But let me show you a bigger picture of this slide. There you go. In case you have not done it, this kind of gives you a staggered calendar as to when you can do it. Maybe that'll maybe lessen the burden on the system a little bit. But this specific tracking system aims to distribute server traffic evenly among the primary carriers and prevent digital validation portals from experiencing technical interruptions, which very well might be what was been going on. So by staggering this a little bit, maybe they're reducing the pain on their systems a little bit. And now, according to this story and according to the regulatory guidelines, any phone line failing to complete the identity connection within the designated chronological window I'm showing here faces service suspension within 72 hours of the deadline. During this temporary suspension phase, affected devices lose standard outbound communication, data usage, and message transfers and capabilities, remaining restricted exclusively to inbound emergency alerts, civil protection notifications, and direct contact options for carrier customer service lines. Full operational access will be restored automatically by carriers immediately following the proper identification and you went through the system. So there's your update. So most everybody who's on right now live has already done it. But if you're watching this on replay or you haven't quite done it yet, be sure you captured that information about that calendar. If you need me to put it up again, just please ask. If you're watching this live, if you're watching it on replay, just rewind a little bit and play it again. Genius. All right. Speaking of genius, what do I hear in the distance? I don't even know how that speaks of genius, but whatever it is. But what do I hear? I think I hear the Coffee Cam Jingle. Sing it with me. You guys should have it memorized by now.
Coffee time on PVRN. Hey, clink those cups. Let's wake again. Sip the truth with a little grin. Coffee time. Let the news roll in. Steam's up, sun's out. Puerto Vallarta.
All right. Hope you guys had fun with that. I always have fun with that. It just never gets old for me. I don't know why. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about other good news in response to a bad news story. So the federal government of Mexico is deploying an emergency response unit consisting of 261 specialized personnel and technical equipment and essential medical supplies to assist in the recovery efforts in Venezuela following the seismic activity, the earthquake, on June 24th. Under executive authorization from President Sheinbaum, 2 strategic transport aircraft departed the Santa Lucia military base in the state of Mexico at 1430 hours back yesterday. The dispatch features a combined team of 240 Mexican Army personnel, 11 Air Force crew members, and 10 National Guard officers trained in structural extraction logistics. The initial transport load included 18 specialized canine search units, 4.4 tons of technical extraction tools, and 27 tons of medical kits to assist local healthcare teams. Federal authorities confirmed that a follow-up flight utilizing a C-130 Hercules cargo aircraft is prepared to deliver an additional 8 tons of specialized medicine alongside 4 tons of technical rescue materials. It's a lot of data, I know. The Secretary of Foreign Affairs expressed institutional solidarity with regional authorities and noted that adjustments to the contingent size will be evaluated after establishing an on-site communication base. So our thoughts go out to Venezuela and everyone else who is affected with the earthquakes. We know what that feels like here in Puerto Vallarta. We do have earthquakes here, knock on wood. We don't have one anytime soon. But I'm glad Mexico is reaching out and helping out our Venezuelan neighbors down south with their recovery efforts given the earthquake and the major amount of damage they had down there. Definitely a different level of infrastructure there, as our 7.7 here in Vallarta didn't have nearly that much damage. So thank you, Puerto Vallarta, for having good structural integrity. I know it wasn't perfect, but every day we're thankful for our buildings being able to stand up to a 7.7 for like almost 2 minutes back then. Oof. Okay, moving on. What else do we got in the news here? Let's jump into our next story. Oh, this is another, again, on a casual Friday. I don't mind sharing news that's uplifting, and this is a nice uplifting one. So, Puerto Vallarta has organized an official commendation ceremony during its ordinary government session to honor local competitors Francisco Rosario Plano and Antonio Lamas for their performances at the 2026 Down Syndrome World Championships were held in Bulgaria. Our Mayor Luis Munguia led the Legislative Assembly by presenting formal accolades and acknowledging the training, regimen, and discipline demonstrated by both representatives on the global stage. The athletic duo secured a combined total of 9 podium finishes, establishing a new historic performance benchmark for that regional sport program. That is amazing. Congrats. The administrative recognition was coordinated alongside the Director of Municipal Sports Council to emphasize municipal policy regarding structured funding and institutional visibility for adapted sports initiatives. Local sports officials noted that tracking international achievements helps establish clear developmental frameworks for upcoming competitive cycles within the municipality. The formal council assembly concluded with a policy statement confirming sustained municipal backing for local athletes representing the region in these elite international sporting events and athletic circuits. Wow, that was a lot of mumbo jumbo in there just to say congratulations to these Down syndrome games winners. That's so amazing. You brought back 9 medals. You definitely have my applause and the rest of Puerto Vallarta and Mexico's applause as well. Good job to our mayor for being part of that. He doesn't always get all the best press, nor does he deserve all the best press all the time, but I am not going to comment on that, but nice job for handing out those medals. And with that, I will give those folks a Coffee Cam cheers. And you should as well. But do as you wish. Nothing is required in the show. I agree, Steve. Very nice. All right. What else? All right. We're only about 13 minutes in. We're going to get out early today. But I do want to tell you, coming up in just a minute, we've got the Croc Cam. John's doing his best to provide us video each week because those are kind of fun, especially with a bit of commentary like we had last week. But do know that every week, it's impossible to always guarantee a video, so sometimes it'll be photos, but we did get a video today. So I'm going to tee it up in just a second, but first I do want to remind you that I love viewer mail, and today I'd be reading you some if I got any this week, but I did not get any, and that's sad, but it's okay. If you do want to send me a message, if you just want to say hi, if you got something interesting that's going on in your life or something you think should be read on air, just hit me up at pvrnmx@gmail.com anytime. If you're new to the show, also be sure to just take a second, hit the little bell on the bottom corner, subscribe, hit the thumbs ups on this video. That helps a lot. Your interaction and you joining me every day is so appreciated. Be sure to hit notifications all so you always know when the show is coming on. And I did post it a little earlier today just to be sure everybody got it. Sorry about that yesterday. That was just a test. All right, John's ready for the Croc Cam. I see those Crocs on the screen. Are you ready for PVRN's Friday Croc Cam by John? All right. I have not had a chance to watch this yet, just really, really briefly. So let's do it. Here we go. Friday Croc Cam.
It's a croc swimming. I can see this from the patio or the balcony of my condo here in the marina. That looks like you might be going under the pier.
All right. Isn't that the... But yes, it does look like a friendly one, but I do want to say I'm not sure lovely L3 is on today. She's pretty busy, but it's one of the things we talk about all the time is like how these Crocs will just be on the surface, cruising along, and then just absolutely 100% disappear. So I'll throw this up there just a minute. That's some scary stuff. Like, so you see the Croc. So imagine you're just swimming along, you see him. Okay, I've got that Croc in sight. I know I'm talking over your audio. And then all of a sudden, he or she is gone. Gone, but still there. Still there. Yeah, they sink when they choose to sink. Yes, they sink themselves. They have some buoyancy. So that is a friendly one. You probably just give them a little hug. Yes, when they choose to disappear, Crocs disappear. I mean, they are just gone. No bubbles, no wake, no nothing. So, hey, don't be scared about swimming in Puerto Vallarta. It's going to be just fine. I promise you. They're not in the open ocean all that much. All right, that's it for today. Huge thanks to John and the Croc Cam. Huge thanks to all of you for joining this week. I really, really appreciate it. One more reminder: I'm going to be off the 1st of the 6th. That's only 4 shows total. I'm going to be in Dallas celebrating my dad's 85th birthday. I'm sure he loves that I outed him on his age. But you got me for a few more days till next week, and then we go on a break, and you get a break, and I get a break. Have an amazing weekend, everybody. I loved your interaction. I love you guys supporting the show all the time. And please, please, please share it with your friends. Share it with other expats. When they find it, they really, really do love it. All right. Have a great weekend, everybody. Right back at you. And I'm going to take you out with the credits. Have a great one. Bye, y'all.